Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Me and little Sullivan here. Hey mate. I went to HorrorCon about a few days ago with the lad, and you may remember I bought this book called The Video Nasties, which it came out a long time ago, but then went out of print for a long time. But now Dark Side magazine has reproduced the book and brought it back out. I haven't even looked for it yet. I've been saving it for this video. I must apologise. I've got a horrendous cough at the moment. I've had it for a couple of weeks. I think I've got a little underlying sort of chest infection going on. But yeah, I've been waiting to show you, go through it with you guys at the same time. So I've saved it for now. So let's not waste any time. Let's have a look at this reprinted book of the Video Nasties. So here we are, guys. Here is a closer look at the book, The Video Nasties. And you're thinking, why is it so far over, Joff? Obviously, because I've got to open it, guys, to show you that what we're going to do is go through this. It says, The Video Nasties, from absurd to zombie flesh eaters, a collector's guide to the most horrifying films ever banned, sorry. Yes, they probably are, but they're obviously not the most terrifying, all of them the most horrifying. Some of them are pretty lame now. Full colour original sleeves from every title, a history of the nasty phenomena, and every banned horror film reviewed. Complete cast and credits. And this book's been made by Alan Price, or Bryce. So here we go, we open up here, Video Nasties. And then we have a list of all the sort of Video Nasties there. Now these are not all the Video Nasties. These are the ones that are on the Scotland Yard's official list of Video Nasties. So the ones that could be prosecuted. Then we have an introduction by Alan, which goes through and talks about the censorship scandal and about some of the films. Going to be a bit some gory pictures in here, guys. I'll let you know the head start now, as you can imagine. And here we go, Return of the Video Nasties, and it starts with Absurd. We'll see the cover there, starring the George Eastman, who sadly passed away a couple of weeks ago. I really like Absurd. I think it's a really cool film. The Beast is the next one, which is Anthropophagus, which is supposed to be connected to Absurd. It was supposed to be sort of like almost like the two films connected again. It is George Eastman starring in that one. Really cool. And like I said, the book goes through like a little review of the film and gives you a breakdown. So this is there for Absurd. So if you start over here, you got the cover from Absurd, but there's no review for it there. You've just got the bit there, and here we go for a review for Anthropophagus, or the Beast, if you will. And there we have the information about the film there. It's kind of strangely set out, really. It would have been made sense, like we're going to talk about Axe now, that they got the review for Axe, and the way they've done it is kind of weird. But you should have put it all onto one page. You know, it would have made sense, wouldn't it? But they seem to put a bit there and a bit here. But there we go. So Axe, not a particularly horrifying film, to be honest. The Beast in Heat, which I have reviewed on my channel. See, all this here is to do with Axe. So you've got the cover here for the Beast in Heat. So this would have been the front of the VHS, and this would have been the back cover. And there's your spine of the cover. So these are the original sort of VHS. The Beyond, one of Lucy Fucci's from the trilogy of films. Really cool film. Bloodbath, another quite good film, to be honest. I quite enjoyed that one. The old VHS cover there. It's pretty much got the same picture on the front and back. Blood Feast, 1960s movie. Really cool. I quite like it. A lot of people don't like it, but I quite like the film. I think it's a really cool film. Really enjoyed it. By Herschel Lewis. Then we have Blood Rights. It's one I haven't seen. It is on my to try and find list, but I do not have it at all. Blood Rights, but it is on my list to get. Bloody Moon, great film. I've done a review of it on my channel. Pretty cool, violent, bloody, and gory horror film. The Bogeyman, I've loved that film. Really, really cool. Great film once again. Really like it. It's got the old Vipco box there from the VHS days. The Burning, looked upon as being one of the sort of classic video nasties. Predates, well, around the same time as Friday the 13th, but this one was taken off just due to its violence and gore. Really cool film though. Really like it. Very similar to Friday the 13th in a lot of ways, but very cool. Cannibal Apocalypse with John Saxon, one of the cannibal films. This one is nowhere near as bad as the Italian sort of ones. I think this is an American-based one, horror film that sort of latched itself on to the end of the cannibal sort of subgenre that the Italians started. It's okay. It's quite a good film. But here is Cannibal Ferox, one of the most notorious video nasties. One of the Italian cannibal films, which was banned pretty much nearly everywhere for pretty much its entirety. It's only been the last sort of like 5 to 6, maybe 7 years these films have seen the light of day now here. And there it is. There's the most infamous video nasty of all, Cannibal Holocaust. It's just a terrible watch. It's just awful to watch today. It's just such a awful violent film, including lots of animal cruelty. Most of the cannibal films did have animal cruelty in it. This one was prolific with it, and it was just horrendous, and it was very violent. The director was so close to being prosecuted for murder, until he managed to prove that nobody was actually killed on set. But yeah, very, very infamous video nasty is Cannibal Holocaust. Next up is Cannibal Man, which is not necessarily a cannibal film. It's just about a guy that kills people, but it's not really a cannibal film as such, but it is still quite a really cool and interesting film. I had to jump past that one with it, guys, because of the picture on there. I actually quite like the film. I think it's pretty good. About this sort of guy that works in a slaughterhouse. There is some animal cruelty in it. Not a lot, but it's at the beginning in the slaughterhouse. And this guy kills this guy, accidentally kills this guy sort of thing. And to cover it up, he ends up killing other people to keep it covered up. It's quite a different, quite a strange little film, but it's a wonderful, wonderful watch. I do recommend Cannibal Man. It's really cool. Cannibal Terror is one of the worst films I think I've ever seen. It's just terrible, but it's still a cannibal film. Still on the video nasty list. It weren't nowhere near as bad as Ferox or Holocaust, but it is what it is. It was again just latched on to the end of this sort of like infamous cannibal films where probably every director wanted to take part of it because they were being a bit successful. Contamination, which is a sci-fi video nasty, people call it like an Alien rip-off. It does have a lot of similarities with Alien. It is a really cool film starring Ian McCulloch. I actually quite like the film a lot. Haven't seen it for a while now, but it is something I want to revisit at some point. Do love Contamination. Dead and Buried, I don't actually think it should be on the video nasty list. It's really not that bad at all. I had this back on VHS. It's quite a famous cover. You might recognise it because that was everywhere back in the day. But it was okay. Quite a cool film. Not necessarily a video nasty as such, but it did make the list. But there we are. Quite a clever film. Death Trap. really cool film. I think it is starring Robert England. I'm sure he stars in this in a small sort of part. I'm trying to see his name on there, but it doesn't say. But I'm sure Robert England stars in this, and it is pretty much like a cannibal film, but it's about a crazy guy that owns like a motel, and he kills his guests off when they arrive, and all this sort of crazy thing. It's a really, really cool film. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, different. Quite close to sort of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Deep River Savages was the first of the sort of cannibal films to start the cannibal craze. Really cool film. Really like it. Starred Mimi Lay in it. Really good film. There was some animal cruelty on it, but not as bad as the others. But yeah, it is quite a decent film. Really like Deep River Savages, and I like the cover. Next up is Delirium. It's one I've not seen or wanted to own. I think it's more of an action film than a horror. So I never sort of got round to sort of like watching it or buying it. Devil's Hunter is made by the same people who did the Cannibal Terror. Yeah, it's as bad. It's as bad as Cannibal Terror. It's an awful film. Not worth your time, to be honest. Really, really weird. Not funny. Not good. But you know, I still owe it because it's good to have, because it's a video nasty. But yeah, Devil Hunter. I wouldn't even bother with it. Don't Go in the House is probably in my top 10 favourite video nasties. I must do a top 10 video nasty films. I haven't done one yet. Really cool film about this guy that takes his women back to his place, and he's got this room all set up to sort of like burn them, and he sets them all on fire with like a flamethrower sort of thing. It's really, really different sort of film in the exploitation sort of period, with things like Taxi Driver out and Maniac, and all these sort of films that are about this is very, very similar to all those type of films. Really cool though. Don't Go in the House. Love that film. Don't Go in the Woods Alone is okay. It's a bit tacky, a bit sleazy. Nothing really. Again, I don't really think this should be on the video nasty list. I didn't find it too much when I saw it years ago. So much I didn't even bother rebuying it, to be honest, as I've moved on. But it's okay. Don't Go Near the Park is actually quite a good film. Quite like that one. Don't Look in the Basement. So we're not looking anywhere at the moment. Again, just like the other one, it's quite tacky. It's okay. Again, don't know if it should be on the video nasty list. Another infamous one now, Driller Killer. This one made it on the list just because I think obviously the cover was devastating there, and obviously anything to do with any sort of household tours, people being killed by them, ended up on the video nasty list. So this is an infamous sort of video nasty. Everyone's probably heard of it and possibly seen it. I don't mind it. I think it's quite a good film. It's not brilliant, but it's quite a good film. The Evil Dead, probably the most well-known video nasty. It was just phenomenal, absolutely mind-blowing sort of film. And it just came out at the right time for me. Absolutely fell in love with it. But then it's sort of like we couldn't get hold of it when it got released or anything like this, and it was just impossible. There were just bootleg copies floating around all over the place of this film because it wasn't available, and it was banned and not released for many years after the video nasty sort of period, and then eventually it came out. Evil Speaks. It's okay. I've not long just picked this up, so I will be bringing it to my channel. Expose, which was the only British horror film in the video nasties, and it's also called The House of Straw Hill, which I have reviewed on my channel. I've actually gave it about a 9 or 10 out of 10. I thought that was a phenomenal film. Really, really cool. I loved every single minute of it. Excellent movie, and I did review it on my channel if you want to go back and look at it. Faces of Death is a sort of Mondo trying to be like a documentary of death and stuff like that. You see people getting shot, executed, and all these horrible things. Make Your Fight, or Fight for Your Life, is a film that never got released here and will never get released here. Not because of its violence, just because of its subject matter. It's about a couple of racists that break into this house and they sort of end up torturing his family and stuff. It's quite grotesque and a horrible, horrible thought. Yeah, Fight for Your Life never got released here in the UK, and I can't see it doing so in the near future. Andy Warhol's Frankenstein, really cool Italian horror film. I had brought it to my channel, I believe. Really cool different story on the Frankenstein story. Really, really enjoyed it. Great film. Forest of Fear, I've never seen or heard, so it is something I will need to look into. Most of them I've got so far. Frozen Screams, another one I don't have, I'll need to look into. Funhouse I do have on Blu-ray, really cool film. About this sort of guy, as you can see on the cover, going around cutting up teens with an axe. What else do you need? Perfect. So Funhouse, pretty cool. Gestapo, Last Camp, or Love Camp, I thought it used to be called, but this is one of the Nazi exploitation films where they sort of like really focus on the Germans sort of like doing various torturous things to people. Yeah, it's an okay film. Not seen it for many years. I don't own it. It is on my list to get. House by the Cemetery is another Lucio Fulci from this trilogy of films. We've had The Beyond. This is another one, House by the Cemetery. It's pretty good. Nowhere near as good as The Beyond or the third one, but it's pretty good. Really enjoyed it. A lot going on inside the film. We are getting there, guys. Next one up is House on the Edge of the Park. Really cool film by Deodato, who did Cannibal Holocaust and Last Cannibal World. This is a really cool film. It's very similar to Last House on the Left. Got a couple of guys torturing like a people in their home, like a home invasion. It's really cool. Human Experiments I've not seen, so I can't tell you about it. So it is on my list to get at some point. I Miss Hugs and Kisses, again, not one that I've seen or know why it's on the video Nasties. Dario Argento's Inferno, really cool film. Really enjoyed it. Love this cover. Absolutely wonderful. Really, really cool. Islands of Death, another infamous sort of video nasty. This couple on holiday in Greece, torturing animals, killing them, killing people. It's quite a strange but wonderful film, Islands of Death. Now, along with Evil Dead and other films, I Spit on Your Grave is another iconic film from the video nasty scene. It's a revenge movie about this woman who's been raped for pretty much nearly an hour of the film, and then she goes out and seeks her revenge on them. Apart from that, it's a really, really infamous, iconic video nasty. I still don't recommend it to anyone though. The Killer Nun. I do own this on Shameless. It's okay. It's okay. It's nothing great. It's a non-exploitation film, which I don't mind. I do have a number of them and I quite like them. This one was okay. Just think it could have done with a bit more in it, but it was alright. Last House on the Left, made by Wes Craven, the director of Nightmare on Elm Street. This is his film. Sorry, I was just seeing what the dog was doing. Yeah, it's a really, really cool film. I really enjoyed Last House, and they're very violent, very disturbing, a difficult watch. Late Night Train Murders was very, very similar to Last House on the Left, but on a train in Europe. Again, it's quite a difficult one to watch. The Living Dead. So I think this is Living Dead in the Manchester Morgue. which I just recently picked up on 4K. Try and get through this for you now because I'm sort of dragging it out, you know. Love Camp Southern, another Nazi exploitation film. Loads of torture, etc. Madhouse, a really cool film no one seems to talk about, which is a shame. I have reviewed it on my channel. I do really love Madhouse. I think it's an underrated movie. Mardi Gras Massacre, never seen it, never wanted to buy it because people said to me it's like a really bad sort of like shot on video sort of film, which is not interesting me. Nightmare Maker, it's okay. I do have this, the lad's got it too. About this woman who's a bit of a control freak and she's got a boyfriend and the sort of relationship sort of falls apart, etc. It's a cool watch. Nightmare of Damaged Brain, once again another sort of famous one. Guy with mental health issues, really cool film, do like it a lot. Night of the Bloody Apes, which is I think it's a Mexican or Brazilian creature feature, which is okay, it's not too bad, don't mind it. Night of the Demon, I love this film. It's a Bigfoot film. Bigfoot's around the country and he's stalking these teens, and some of them get some really gruesome deaths on him. Really cool. Night of the Demon. Possession, one of my favourite video nasties of all time. It will be in my top 10. Incredible film, amazing film. Have reviewed it on my channel. It's absolutely wonderful. It's a masterpiece, this Possession. Piranhas is okay. I didn't mind it. Actually, oh, not Piranha, sorry. Pranks. The way it was written looked like the Piranha logo. Yeah, Pranks. No, I didn't like it. I didn't like Pranks. I thought it was disappointing. Prisoner of Cannibal God, or Slave to the Cannibal God, as I've got it as. Pretty cool cannibal film with Ursula Andress, one of the Bond girls. And she's in this. You then had the Bogeyman, or Boogeyman, with a correct cover and a reversed cover. Yeah, that's a pretty cool film as well. I do like Boogeyman. I think it gets a little bit of a bad rep when it's actually quite a cool story. Definitely worth checking out. Shogun Assassin, yeah, a bit difficult why this one made the list, considering it's a sort of fantasy film. Really, we're not to sort of like take food or stuff like that in our place at work. But anyway, yeah, Shogun Assassin, really, really cool. Yeah, I can see why this was on the video nasty. I just think it's one of those films that hit every spot on the video nasty. Beheadings, all sorts of gore and stuff. The Slayer, another great film about a creature. It's a creature feature, really cool. Snuff, another infamous film that people thought it was a snuff movie. Obviously it wasn't, but really, really cool about these filmmakers making a snuff film. SS Experiment Camp, pretty good for the Nazi exploitation film. Quite like it. I do like this one. I will review it on my channel. It's not long had a 4K release, but I don't have. I've got the old version of it. Tenebrae by Dario Argento, which is my favourite Dario Argento film. I love Tenebrae. It's a Giallo-esque kind of film. It's one of the first Giallos to be in this set. But it's really, really cool. Absolutely love it. Tenebrae. Terror Eyes. It's okay. Not seen it for so many years. The Toolbox Murders is amazing. I love it. It's dirty, grimy exploitation. Really cool. Unhinged. I didn't particularly like it. I don't own it. It is something that I do want to get though. Visiting Hours I own with John Saxon. Pretty cool about this hospital thing, and there's a killer going on in there. It's pretty good. Getting near the end. Yeah. The Werewolf and the Yeti, I've never seen. Would like to own it, but I don't have it. The Witch Came from the Sea is okay. Another kind of sort of semi-revenge sort of film about a woman with mental health issues. Women Behind Bars, I don't own. I do have some female prison films, but I don't own that one. Extra, I believe, is it Australian or British? I don't think it's British. It could be Australian or something. I didn't know it was on a Video Nasty list. It's an okay creature feature, not too bad. I do own it and I have reviewed it. Another infamous one, Zombie Flesh Eaters, starring Ian McCulloch, again by Lucio Fucci. Really cool film. It's classic sort of like Video Nasty. And they've ended on that one by the looks of it. And that's the end. And we do have a look at other books that they have. I would love to get this one, that one, possibly that one, and I would also like to get that one. Be really cool. But that is it, guys. Sorry it's been a bit of a long waffle, but it's quite a cool book, isn't it? It does show a lot of the old VHS covers. Some of the films I don't own, but as you can see, that's probably 10%. I probably own 90% of the Video Nasties in here. Yeah, there's some I'm surprised that are not in here. I thought City of the Living Dead would have been in here, but no, it's not, because the other two films in the Fucci trilogy, The Beyond and House by the Cemetery, are in here. But yeah, that one didn't reach it. But anyway, there we are. It's a closer look at the Video Nasties. And there we are, guys. That's a closer look at that book. I must apologise that I have cut a few bits there because and some of it seems a bit muddled because I was talking about one film and I went to another page. So there is a little bit of cutting going on in the video just because I was getting a little bit of information wrong, and it was like I missed bits of information off, and I've actually put them in the wrong order. I'm sorry, but you know what my videos are like. But that is a closer look at the book. We did go through every page. Like I said, it pretty much just covers the VHS covers for the films, and with a little synopsis about it, and like a review form, and also when it was made, who's in it, who directed it. Really cool book. Highly recommend it if you're into Video Nasties. If you're not, it's probably not for you. I would go for probably one of these other books that are in the back here of them that you can get through them. There's a number of really cool books. Like I said, in this lot, I'd love to get the Amicus and the Hammer books. I'd like to get the British horror movie book, and I would love to get the Italian horror movie. It's just a shame there's not one there from Giallos. There's nothing there with Giallo, but there is quite a few in here about American horror in here. There's quite a few about slashers and stuff like that, which I'm not really interested in reading about those because we all know the stories behind them. But with those, I would love to get them at some point. And if I do, I will show you those. Massive shout out to my lads. See you soon, guys.